Good morning, day 2 here in Haikou. So we got breakfast with our hotel stay, so we're gonna go downstairs and check out what the Westin has for breakfast.
We went down to breakfast at around 9:30. Breakfast finishes at 10:30, and we thought would be a good time for us to head down, but it was crazy packed. So for breakfast, there is of course a large variety of foods available: breads, fruits, Western food, Asian food, including a lot of toppings for noodles and soups and congee. We kind of stuck to the basics just to get a feel of what we wanted to eat today, because of course we want to have space for us to get out of the hotel and go for more food outside in the city. After breakfast, we went up to the 5th floor to check out the pool. They actually have 2 hot tubs on either side with a great view. Like, it's very, very beautiful. You can see the bridge that we saw last night. We also stopped by the gym, very big. Now we're gonna change and head down to the pool to go for a swim. So as you can see, we're not in the big swimming pool because you actually are required to wear a swimming cap, which we do not have, but they said that we could buy one. We'll just stick to the hot tubs, which isn't too hot, but it's very weird to be in hot water with the hot sun beaming down on us. After hanging out at the pool, we went back to the room, rinsed off, and we did a little bit of research to figure out where to go to spend a few hours in air-conditioned environment because it's super hot right now. So Harry found a shopping mall called Mova, and hopefully there is a lot of things to do to kind of keep us entertained for a few hours.
We're now in a business area, more high-rises, things like that. But there's actually more cars and less scooters on the road. Alright, I think the mall's actually outdoors. So much for air conditioning, but there's a big duty-free area, like a department store with high-end brands. Once we walked through, we got to the other side and noticed that everything's outside. But yes, there's a lot of stores and food, so let's go grab some food and maybe a coffee or some sort of drink.
This mall is humongous. We've been here a couple of hours and it's just stores after stores, huge buildings that connect to other buildings. At one point there was another section of the mall that we thought was empty, and then it just led to more stores and more people, thankfully. And we were feeling a little tired, so we stopped by Luckin Coffee, which we have in Singapore, but it was cheaper here. There's like a huge park here that we're gonna check out, walk around, because we're just all shopped out.
There's multiple floors and we went through underground. There's like a tunnel. There were a lot of empty spaces too. Notice with the buildings, they're all named after like astrology signs. So what is that, 12? How many are there? Like 12 astrology? So that means there's at least 12 of these buildings. So that building back there is where we started, and we somehow walked underground through all of it to this side. I think we're on the far east section. We can either walk back or we can walk the other way. It's up to you. It is a little hot, but at least it's like 5 p.m., so hopefully it gets less hot. We just finished a quick meal. So after our walk around Mova, or however you call it, we took a DD ride. It said Qilou Snack City, and I was really confused because when I walked through, it didn't look like the pictures. Like, the pictures had like an outdoor thing and it looked really cool. But there was some pictures of the inside area where we did end up grabbing some food. And we just finished, but realized as soon as we got out, this actually was where the Haikou snacking city is, and it's abandoned now. But either way, the food was pretty good. Did you like it?
I did, it was good. And cheap.
$5 for the 2 of us. We had some char siu and roast duck. And the soup, apparently, what was it, Chantal?
Conch and kelp soup.
which I've had conch before in Bahamas, but I didn't realize they eat it here as well. We're gonna walk home because it's a 35-minute walk, and that way we can explore more of the city by foot, and hopefully if we're still up for it, we're gonna do a longer walk around the harbor area behind our hotel. What do you think of the walk?
We're sweaty.
It's fine, we've been sweaty all day. It was about a 25-minute walk. Google Maps is off, like it thinks we're across the river right now. We're gonna make our way towards the hotel, drop some things off, and then maybe keep wandering around. Ooh, surf skaters. That was really cute. A dog was coming over here and we didn't see the owner. Now he's getting scolded, but he came across and jumped up on the ledge with us and scared the crap out of this lady over there. And then the owner finally realized that the dog was missing, came over and just started yelling at him. Big dog meetup. This is definitely a dog-friendly location. Since we've gotten here, it's been a dead, haunted city. Like, very few people. It's Friday night now, and I feel like it's a lot more lively. Or at least this area, there's a lot of people out. Alright, so today we decided to take a Didi across the river. So we got to experience a ride on that bridge, which I think it's called Century Bridge or something like that.
Did you know we would take the bridge?
Yeah, I think that's the only way to get across. But we're at the building called HCC, where at night they had the really cool projections. This place was built last year in 2023 sometime. I found coffee shops and cafes and stuff, so that's the reason why I was like, let's give it a go. And the ride itself was only like not even $2, I don't think. We're on the side called Haidian. I think this island is called Haidian. There's a university here, which is why I think maybe there's nightlife on this side, or at least it was saying that there's a lot of nightlife.
B1 is where the food always is for us.
So Chantal and I sat down at this pork rice kind of place. Oh, here it comes. So it's ro fan, which literally is just like braised pork and rice. We really like these places because they have the QRs for Alipay. I mentioned this in the previous video, but you can literally sit down, scan the QR, Alipay's linked up to it. It finds the store, you can order directly from it and then pay directly from Alipay. It's just so convenient here and it's very efficient. Total cost of our meal was 41 RMB, which is like $5, and it looks good. So lunch was great, and then we were like, okay, we gotta get our coffee fix for the day. And we did walk by this place as we were walking around the mall looking for food earlier. It's called Cat and Sea. It was really busy, and I did find reviews on it from Baidu, which is the map app that you should definitely be using when you're in China, although it is all in Chinese, so you'll need something to translate it. One thing that's really nice though is we're the only ones outside, and she turned these things on. They're not just fans, they actually are blowing air-conditioned air.
Yeah.
I also noticed that there's a little stage. I think they do live music too, which is kind of cool. I assume it'll be at night because at night it's a bit cooler, although it's hot. It's hot still at night. The views on this side are really pretty, so really nice and relaxing out here. They allow smoking here, but I like their little ashtrays because they have coffee grounds in it, maybe to mask the smell of the ash when you put it into the tray. Chantal's curious about Dairy Queen, even though we just had really good coffee. Her camellia tea coffee latte thing was really good. In dim sum, that's like the most traditional Cantonese tea that you would drink, which is called gok fa cha. So it's really interesting to try that with espresso, and it works.
They have so many flavors for blizzards.
You want one?
No, I'm so full.
Okay. What are we doing now?
Now we're gonna go brave the heat and do our daily walking activity.
We're gonna walk from this side of the bridge, not across the bridge, but to the other side of the bridge where we saw like another area last night from our side.
But I also want to look at these sweets real quick, just in case.
Okay, we're at Bread Talk now. This place is huge. So we've got the dock here with all the boats. I'm sure there's
Fancy rich Asian.
yeah, fancy rich people, or maybe tour boats actually. A lot of restaurants. This place has quite a lot of F&B outlets. We didn't realize that this whole section exists, but it is pretty much all outdoors. So it's not like actually connected to the mall that we were in.
So we made it to the bridge. Took us less than 10 minutes, I would say.
A little hot. You'll notice that it's 4:30 p.m. and the sun's still out, and we're literally the only people walking on the road. I don't think we passed anyone. Now we're gonna keep going down. So we made it pretty far. Bridges back there. Last night we were actually directly across over there.
It's a ghost town.
Last night when we were on that side, you could see a ton of neon lights flashing and everything. Early evening, I guess it's dead because this is a Saturday. But I'm sure this is gonna be all busy later tonight. When you see a McDonald's, that means that there's some civilization. What do we get? What do we get?
Okay, we went to Miniso. I've seen it before, but we finally had to get it. They're cooling wipes, and it's supposedly supposed to cool you off by -5 degrees Celsius.
Feel it?
Yeah, I do. It's like a tingling. It's like a minty sensation.
It's kind of burning.
It is a little bit burning.
So we're walking down a really busy main street. There's a lot of food carts that are starting to come out, and I think they might shut off this street, or there's like a night market, but some of those pictures on the food carts look really good.
That's so cute. Is it 6 p.m.?
It is 6 p.m. on the dot. Chantal, what do we have in our hands?
Oh, we stopped by to get chagi again. It's such a good price.
Yeah, it's good. The milk
very-
tea is really good. This was all unintentional, but there's literal food stalls opening up. We might even have to eat here. It'd be a waste if we don't. They're still setting up, but it's 6 p.m., so they should be opening like in the next few minutes. Maybe we'll just walk a little bit more until they're done, and then we're gonna explore. One of the stalls, as they were wheeling out while we were walking to Chagi, had rice rolls, chung fan. That sounds good. Anything in your mind that you're craving?
Maybe something on a stick, easy to eat.
I see quite a few of those, so let's walk around. And the great thing is, I see QR codes on all of them, so Alipay. It's so cool because there's the main stall in the front, which we saw them wheeling out, and then on the other side is the actual kitchen. So they're like portable kitchens that they bring out. This is so cool. I am so glad we stumbled on this.
Talk to me.
Okay, so first stop, we're getting hungry. My rice rolls, so we got a couple chung fan. One of them is shrimp, and the other one should be char siu or something like that. For both of them, it was like 20 RMB, so it's maybe like $3 for 2 rolls.
So the shrimp rice roll just arrived, and it's humongous. I thought maybe if it's like a street food snack, it'd be a small portion, but I was proved wrong.
Our plan was to try and maybe get some other food. I don't even think we're hungry enough for satay because these were huge, delicious. But some other stalls that are pretty unique here. We've got fermented tofu. It's black though, which I'm not used to seeing it that black. I also saw turtle. It was like turtle meat, whereas we've had like the soup with the gelatin, but not actual turtle meat. The sun's going down, it's definitely cooling off a bit, and the crowds are coming in.
So we got our egglet for dessert. I don't think we can eat anything else, unfortunately. The egglets were about $1.20 US. There are 100 more stalls that we're just walking through, slowly eating and drinking before we make our way back home.
So we're back along the path near the water where it was like an abandoned building, but lights are coming on. I think it's starting to get busier there. Chantal just reminded us that
it's our last opportunity to see the sunset.
And we can kind of see it. It's like peeking over the bridge there, so sunset's in like 8 minutes, so it'll be quick before it gets dark.
After a little bit of traffic, we made our way back to the arcaded streets to see what it's like at night.
We've gone during the day, the first day we were here, and it was very hot and it was dead, like not a lot of people on the streets. But now we're here and we did pass some areas that look really lit, so we're gonna just wander around. The nice thing is it's all foot traffic here, so it's only pedestrians. All right, so not all the streets are pedestrian traffic only. This main street is for sure cars, but all the side streets, yes, those are pedestrian only. So that's the place we had lunch, and it was a lot quieter than that. It was also a lot hotter. How do you feel about the weather right now?
It's not too bad. I'm not sweating yet.
Yeah, there's not a breeze. But we brought those wipies we got earlier, so worst case scenario and we get sweaty, we got that. Chantal and I agree that we're not hungry, and unfortunately this is the place you should go if you want to try the wenchang chicken, the coconut chicken that's really popular here. We also haven't found Hainanese chicken rice, which is very popular in Singapore. It's absolutely delicious. It's probably my go-to whenever I don't know what I want to eat. It might be more famous in Singapore actually, ironically, even though it's Hainan chicken. If we see something that's small, we'll see. We'll see.
If we can't find the Hainanese chicken rice, then that just proves that it's not actually from Hainan, but maybe originated more from Singapore and Malaysia. If you're gonna buy souvenirs, this is definitely the street you wanna go on, but most of the stores are selling seashells and jewelry related to that.
You can hear a lot of honking, but it's actually the conch shells. Little kids buy them at the souvenir shops and they sound like scooter horns.
And I don't think we're gonna be able to find Harry's sticker. Maybe the airport.
Oh yeah, but it'll be so, no, maybe. We'll find out. So we've made it to the clock tower. We walked pretty much around all of the Qilou area, and we got to catch the clock striking 10 o'clock because now it's 10 o'clock. Looks like there's a boardwalk that you can walk towards the hotel, but we're tired. It's late. We gotta wake up pretty early for a flight tomorrow. One thing I want to call out is the fact that the moon is like tiny and orange and not bright at all. Same thing last night. It was the same shape and everything. Like, you know, earlier it was like a little bit bright, and now it's like dim.
Okay, so we're gonna say goodnight here. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed our trip to Haikou, Hainan.